Hello, 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 everyone out there, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jordan Richardson. I am the creative director here at EON Reality. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here with us today, taking time out of your busy day to join us for this big virtual event. We're very excited to have you all here. A few administrative announcements before we get started. If you have questions that come up during the session, we will be taking a short question and answer session at the end of the event. So you should be able to ask a question in the chat window, which should be over here somewhere. We'll do our best to get to as many questions as we can, but we probably won't be able to get to all of them. A quick introduction about EON Reality. We are a technology platform, a platform technology company focused on immersive education and training. So applying XR, augmented reality, and virtual reality in education and enterprise training. We have a cloud-based platform called EON XR, and you can try it out for free today at EON-XR.com. So let's go ahead and kick it off. We have a lot to cover today. We have a lot of partners and customers coming in from around the world giving testimonials, as well as presentations about our latest releases, our latest features, and all of the news around our technology platform. So without further ado, I'm gonna kick it off with a short video introducing some of the latest features and improvements that we have launched with our latest release, EON-XR 8.2. So enjoy, and I'll see you in a second.
Welcome again to the EON XR platform. Today, we are thrilled to announce our latest release, 8.2. EON-XR 8.2 adds a number of new abilities and improvements. Let's take a quick look at some of the major enhancements. First up, one of the most requested features from our community is finally here, Mac OS support. Today, we continue our cross-platform coverage expansion to support Mac laptops and desktops. To download EON XR for Mac, go to eon-xr.com and go to Downloads under the User menu. Interactions and transitions are snappy and the 3D textures look great on the Mac. 8.2 also expands our new 3D recording and assessment technology to mobile AR. Educators can create step-by-step 3D recordings of their procedures. And now students can follow along and then repeat the process in augmented reality with a mobile device. This brings a new level of presence to the experience of interacting with virtual content as if it's right there in front of you. The user's performance of the procedure is tracked and a report is automatically generated. Next up, we're excited to introduce major improvements to EON XR for Oculus Quest 2 and other VR headsets. We're proud to announce that we've partnered with Unity and begun migrating our library to the GLTF format for optimal performance. You can now browse our entire library of lessons in virtual reality and jump in and out seamlessly. Members can sign in to access their organization's material. Interacting with digital content with both hands in VR opens new doors in remote training and education. 3D recordings in VR put the user in the same room as the lesson creator. Heading over to the asset marketplace, EON XR 8.2 introduces an improved browsing experience with asset previews, images, and detailed properties. For members who wish to import their own 3D content, we've expanded our support coverage to include non-CAD formats such as OBJ, FBX, and MAX files. Just drag and drop your model into Eon XR, and you'll be guided through the process of prepping it for a lesson. Eon XR meetings allow groups to share in virtual events where they can collaborate on the same 3D subject matter in real time. With 8.2, meetings are now accessible to a wider audience with multilingual support. Finally, we've made significant refinements to Eon XR for Magic Leap. Multi-user meetings work seamlessly, whether joining in person or remotely, using persistent coordinate frames for greater fidelity. These and many other features are available right now with Eon XR 8.2. Thanks for joining, and stay tuned for our next major release.
Excellent. All right, so moving right along, we have invited our partners and customers from around the globe to share their thoughts today and to give a little background about their experience with Eon XR. So we're going to start with our first group there. For our first group, we have, sorry, one second. Here we go. Great. For our first group of testimonials today, first up, we have UBT College from Kosovo. Secondly, we have the Future Ready Academy from Singapore. And third in this group is going to be Mohawk College from Canada. So let's go ahead and take a look at those, and we'll be right back.
Thank you very much for your time, and let's introduce myself. So my name is Edmond Hayrize. I am the founder and the president of UBT. UBT is University for Business and Technology. UBT has now a size of 15,000 students and about 1,000 staff. So it is one of the largest universities here in the region. And what is important is the largest university for computer science and information system in the region of Western Balkan. Our strategy is to integrate this new technology, and of course you cannot ignore the technologies like intelligent networks, where you integrate 5G and artificial intelligence and Internet of Things. But in the same time, as of virtualization, augmented reality, virtual reality are elements that you can really reach another level of education, another level of experience, where you can really generate some competence that are needed for the next years. So it is really a great opportunity that we create a joint action with EON Reality here to establish a cluster of EON Reality together with UBT and create an opportunity to promote the whole innovative ecosystem university as an example or as a case study for the region in general. So we bring another environment, which means students are happy, students are interested, more concentrated, they generate contribution through their experimental way to a next level, they reach those competences they like to reach, and they want and they need to have. And I think this is the most best example how you can generate such a success. It's a great, really honor to cooperate with such a leader like EON Reality, a global leadership on virtual and augmented reality. This creates for UBT and for Kosovo and for the whole region of Western Balkan. So thank you very much. I'm really great, and I'm very happy to cooperate with EON Reality, and I think we will be one of the best success stories for the whole global network of EON Reality and partners in general. And of course, I'm looking forward to cooperate, to experiment, and to generate some additional co-values together with you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff. I'm the founder and CEO of Future Ready Academy. The World Economic Forum Future of Jobs Report 2020 states that 50% of our skills will be irrelevant in 5 years. That's why at Future Ready Academy, we empower the next generation with lifelong learning skills to be relevant in the future of work by providing problem-based experiential learning. With Eon-XR VR and AR education, we can greatly enhance learning through immersive and interactive experiences, hence developing higher cognitive skills. Eon-XR will enable us to make skills transfer happen in AR, VR, anytime, on any device. This empowers learners to acquire relevant skills faster with gamified assessments, as well as engaging digital learning experiences. It is indeed our pleasure, a pride and honor to be the partner of Eon-XR to bring digital learning to the next level. Thank you.
My name is Marilyn Powers, and I am the Director of Academic Technology Integration and Innovation here at Mohawk College. I have been working hard with the faculty to encourage them to start incorporating AR and VR into their curriculum. We've been mainly using the Eon XR platform in order to do that. And so I've held workshops. I've found that many instructors, when they start and embark on this, what they really need is a breadth of what is possible, what is AR, what is VR, what is all this terminology, and what can they actually do.
My name is Minnie Thomas, and I'm the professor in computer and electrical engineering and also for the digital health degree program at Mohawk College. So I try to implement the lesson plans for the introductory semester to engineering skills and systems for introducing them to some basic block diagram and systems. Students use them in this term, and they have been really excited, especially when they can see the x-rays of the systems they are building, and when they can explode and see the parts coming apart and then bringing them back together. They appreciate it in the sense because these are the things which they may never be able to see internally. What's happening, what's the black box, what is inside that black box, they may never be able to see that.
Hello, my name is Sean Morrison. I'm a professor of avionics, that's aircraft electronics at Mohawk College. I've been using Eon-XR in my classroom with my students to explore computer components mostly, which we can show them an expanded diagram of everything that's on a motherboard, all the main components, turn it around. This is a great educational tool. The students always come back and tell me that they've been telling their parents, they've been telling their significant others all about the awesome fun games that they've been playing in class. You create memories like that, and you're tricking them into learning something completely new.
All right, excellent. Moving right along, we have our first presenter. Let me introduce Dan Lacc, our chairman and founder. Dan, go ahead and take it away.
Hello, everybody. I'm extremely happy to be a part of this event. And my name, as you know, is Dan Lacc, and I'm the chairman and CEO. Now, for the last 22 years of Eon's existence, we have focused on making virtual and augmented reality easy. Easy to create, easy to share, for the purpose of learning, training, and performing. We see quite a few problems. I'm an engineer, so I like to solve problems in education. There's a problems around the fact that learners have changed. They are today social, they are multitaskers, and they have a very short attention span. Learners are also have other problems. Many people try to introduce VR and AR, but the content is lacking historically, and it's difficult to create the hardware. It's expensive and oftentimes has been very bulky. On top of this, if it wasn't enough, we now got the pandemic problem, and learning has moved online. Students fade out after 6 minutes, they lose their attention, they are not engaged. Zoom cannot offer experiential learning, cannot offer hands-on activities. And these problems is what Eon set out to solve. And the way we solve these problems is quite focusing on 3 aspects: the learning, the training, and the performing. Let's start with learning first. We have a system that you'll see today that works agnostically on any device. So 4 billion devices could be supported. Your phone in your pocket is actually an Eon XR device. There's no code required. It's very easy. It's easier than PowerPoint. So, and most important, we have a big asset library. Today, 1 million 3D assets are accessible and available. The second part of this is training. If you look at training, it's about experiential laboratories. It's about remote multi-user experiences. It's about practice, assessment, and certification virtually. Last but not least, performance. Performance enhancement, knowledge injection, if you will, when you need it, as you need it. Self-directed learning, or even AR expert assistance. If we move to use cases, you're going to see a lot of use cases today. So we'll try to talk less and let those use cases bloom. Some examples. Since 2019, when we released this platform, we have rolled out this in 114 locations. Today, we're going to highlight 28 centers, 22 countries. And in next event, we're going to roll out and expand. We are committed to one thing, is to democratize the use for EdTech of XR, embedding the no-code creation, embedding the cross-platform access. Now, let's talk about something exciting. One thing that we will disclose today, big secret, is that we're going to disclose the roadmap for this year. So we're going to focus on 3 big areas: how to import the data more easily and create the data, how to create the interaction process simply, and how to publish this widely. Okay, so let's start with the import of data. 3 examples. One of them is intelligent optimization of 3D assets, both as 3D objects and 360. We will expand from 1 million to 2 million 3D assets, and we'll make them accessible to the marketplace. And the most exciting part, we'll have real-world 3D object scanning. So you can use your standard phone, take a video, and boom, there you have the 3D model. Almost like magic. The next thing is interaction creation. We decided last year and implemented already on headsets, Unity support. So we expand our engine support to Unity. This year, we're going to go across all platforms already in Q2. We also historically have done a lot of objects that are very centric, but we haven't seen so many environments. So this year, we're releasing environments and also photorealistic environments. So it's going to be a totally different experience. We also work a lot with artificial intelligence. We use artificial intelligence, for example, in the performance enhancement component, but also to easier create the content. And last but not least, with respect to publishing, we're going to move to XR, remote, multi-user, across all platforms. So today I can be on a PC and you're on a telephone, and we can actually communicate in AR, but very soon we can do it for any devices. So with that, I want to thank you. I want to thank you all. I want to start with our hardworking employees, that without them, we couldn't have any of this today. I want to thank the development team. I want to thank the customer success department. I want to thank the implementation department, all the support units, from finance to sales to marketing, and also to support. Now, I also want to take the opportunity to thank our partners that are here today in various centers around the world, the various technology partners that make this possible. And last but not least, I want to thank our customers. Without you, we couldn't have this success. Thanks for your contributions. Thanks for your valuable feedback towards our platform. And also, we have some new event attendees, and this that grows our family. We want to welcome you to our family. Welcome you to join us in a quest. We believe knowledge is a human right, and we want to make this knowledge available, accessible, and affordable for everybody on the planet. We want to make sure that students learn faster, retain information longer, and make better decisions. I would like to end with a quote from Confucius. You probably know this quote. It's one of my favorites. I hear, I forget. I see, I remember. I do, I understand. And that's the power of Eon XR experiential learning. Thank you once again, and enjoy the next 50 minutes.
All right. Thank you so much, Dan. Moving right along, we're going to introduce our next group of partners who have been gracious enough to provide us with some of their words. First up, we have Nest in Kuwait, Babeș Bolyai in University in Romania, and IBT College in Canada. So enjoy this group of testimonials, and we'll be right back with our next presenter.
Hello everybody. I'm hoping you are enjoying the event as much as I am. Let me introduce our organization. We're NTech, the National Technology Enterprise Company. We're based in Kuwait and we're part of the Sovereign Fund of Kuwait, so a fully owned government entity. Our core mandate is to transfer knowledge and technology into the region. Historically, we've done a lot of investments within technology and tried to bring those technologies into Kuwait. But we found one of the biggest problems, education. If we don't have the education, technology falls aside. For this reason, we have actually invested in executive education over the last 7 years and partnered with some of the top schools like London Business School and professors from Harvard, INSEAD, IMD, Thunderbird and HSE. But we believe education can't finish and end with executive. It has to start from the beginning. Exactly for this reason, we have started a new subsidiary called Nest, a national company for educational services and training. Our core mandate is to introduce new technologies like what is developed by EON. We believe this partnership will run across the full value chain of education, across our schools, our universities, our vocational training areas, and specialize within industries as well. We believe our impact within oil and gas, within healthcare, within aviation, especially within education itself, can make a value and make a difference. Partnerships like EON are paramount to our success. Without their knowledge, without the technology, without their experience, we will be not able to enhance that educational footprint that we desire. I would like to thank EON for this opportunity and for this event. Without their passion and their drive, we would never have got this far. And I look forward to working with them and many other partners to really make a difference in Kuwait. Our value is not about today, it's about the long-term betterment of Kuwait.
Hello, my name is Daniel David. I'm a professor of clinical cognitive sciences. I'm also director of the Babeș Bolyai University in Cluj-Napoca, Romania. Babeș Bolyai University is the largest Romanian university. We have a community of about 55,000 people. Babeș Bolyai University has also the oldest academic tradition in Romania, which started in 1581 as a Jesuit academy. I would say that UBB, or Babeș Bolyai University, is one of the best Romanian universities. Practically, it was accepted in the Guild, the European Organization of the Research-Intensive Universities, as one of the most representative universities in the Southeast Europe. I must say that I'm very happy to host the UBB Eon-XR Center in Cluj-Napoca. I really hope that this center will change the way we organize the teaching in the university, and also it will help us to create new innovations which can impact our community and society. So, to make a long story short, I'm looking forward having a win-win collaboration with EON Reality.
Hi, my name is James Rice from IBT College in Toronto, Canada. We couldn't be happier to be a part of the EON family. We are super excited to be setting up an XR Center here in Canada. We can't wait to show the students all the incredible benefits of augmented reality and virtual reality. We are thrilled to be a part of EON's global academic community.
All right, excellent. Moving right along, thank you so much to those partners for those great words. Now we have our second presenter of the event, Fareed, our Director of Product Development in Singapore, is going to walk us through some of the new features that have recently been released and a little sneak peek of the roadmap for the future. So enjoy, and we'll see you shortly.
Hi, my name is Farid. I'm the Director of Product Development. I'm going to run through with you the new features and roadmap for 2021. Here we go. I'll first start with the features. Okay, first up is 360 Express. This allows you to quickly create 360 experiences on your mobile phone. This will be useful when you need to share details of a facility or capture a location to aid in learning. You can create 360 images using a 360 camera or use apps like Google Street View to create it using the camera on your mobile phone. Yep. So to create a 360 lesson, simply just start Eon Xr App, create, select 360, select the images, right? So you select the images, upload the images, and that's it, you're done. You've got the 360 lesson. Next, you can assign it to the trainees, or you could easily share it onto social media. Next is the importing of 3D asset. This process is now a whole lot more simpler. So again, from the app icons, select import 3D assets, and you can begin uploading your assets. We've improved support for the common 3D formats like FBX, OBJ, and we now support Autodesk 3D Max, the Max file format. After uploading your file, you will see a screen like this that shows the progress of the different files that you have uploaded. Right, things that are completed, you can easily view the asset and you could create a lesson from it. So things that are in progress, you can easily see the progress in real time. We also will be able to tell you if an image texture that is used by the model is missing. Right, so first, of course, whatever you upload, we would search through all the different folders and the files that you've uploaded. We would search, and if we are not able to find that missing texture, we would then inform you of what is missing. Next up is Marketplace. Marketplace is now easier to access. Click on the app icon over here and click on Marketplace. Using it, you can search for 3D assets, view the details of the 3D assets itself, and you can also view the thumbnails to help you to kind of decide on the assets to purchase. We now list all your orders and transactions in a single page with clear indication of follow-up actions, so you can view delivery progress of the assets that you have purchased, quick links to create lessons or preview the assets when your asset has been delivered. Okay, we've also implemented push notification. Right, so whenever an action is needed on your side or when an asset has been delivered, you'll get a push on your mobile device to tell you that this asset is available. Right, so on top of email, you get a push notification. So it makes the whole process simpler and easier. We also now clearly show you premium assets that are already processed and can be used immediately. These are what we call our free premium assets. This list is growing on a daily basis, right? So you could again, going in here, click checking on free, you would see all these assets and you can use them straight away to create your lessons. You can preview them or create your lessons. We have improved our playlist functionality, so now you can add lessons from Workspace and Library to your playlist. As you can see over here, this is from Library. You can click on these three dots to save to your playlist, and now you can do it from Workspace. So you can see over here, I've selected a bunch of lessons by checking on this and clicking on this button, add to playlist. I just need to select my playlist and I could add that to my playlist. Playlist is also now available for mobile devices. So to view your playlist, click on my playlist over here, where you would see the list of playlists that you have created. Clicking on it, you would see your playlist. You could click on the item in the playlist and start a lesson immediately. 3D assessment is a new feature we have that works in VR, desktop and mobile device. As a trainer, you could record a 3D recording. Trainee would review the 3D recording, and they would follow the steps that you took to disassemble or assemble a particular item. And at the end of it, they would see this report that tells about their steps they've taken, completion, extra steps, the time they took, and a summary using the radar chart. The same flow is also you can also do the same flow in a desktop. So this is the exact same flow done on a Windows desktop, and you could do the same 3D assessment on a mobile device in AR mode, as shown over here. And now I'll share with you on the product roadmap. Okay, we'll get an overview. Right, we're looking into improving the importing of 3D assets, real object scanning, interaction, more photorealistic environment, AR location-based knowledge transfer, ability to publish across all platforms, location-based AR knowledge, right? So ability to superimpose AR on real objects, virtual campuses, right? So having more users in a multi-user environment, and using AI to drive creation of content. So first we'll talk about the importing of 3D assets. So through the use of SAP and 3D Max from Autodesk, using such tool to allow you to easily import all the 3D assets, right? Also optimizing the 3D assets so that we have better polygon reduction and better delivery towards the multiple devices. Better support for 3D assets from sites like Sketchfab, and ability to import and use GLTF object straight into the platform. 3D capture through the use of photogrammetry, right? So to do 3D reconstruction, so where you can upload a bunch of images, and through the use of 3D reconstruction to be able to convert that into a 3D object that we can use in the platform. To also use phones that are equipped with LiDAR sensor to do 3D scanning, also again to bring it into our platform. Having deeper analytics, right, to track students and trainers and trainees usage of the platform, the device they use, the time they use, and how the impact of that has on their learning. Through the use of Cloud Anchor, right, to be able to add persistent anchor, and to be able to link 3D objects, images, and videos, right. VR environment, so through the use of 3D assets that is imported as an environment for learning and exploring facilities, and so a way for to conduct facility tours, safety tours, or educational tours. Through the use of augmented reality depth, as you can see over here, so you can actually have the depth to have that realism in AR. To the use of LiDAR to detect the planes, right, and to also add physics, so you could have objects dropping from a table to the chair, right, and through the use of AR to do what we call superimposing of AR onto the real world. Interactive editor, so a way that you can easily animate a 3D asset, certain part of the asset, to move it, rotate it, set its trigger, set its path, set its loop, set its lighting, background, physical effects, and interactivity, and in a way that is very easy for anyone to kind of alter such interactivity. Interaction, photorealistic, so we are emphasizing about VR with photorealistic environment, interactive 360 environment, ability for you to teleport from different 360 images and videos, better VR environment, ability to do what we call digital twin, to superimpose AR onto real world objects. So again, superimposing AR onto real world objects, and ability to kind of use AI to pull information onto your screen. Ability we're looking to make sure that what Eon XR is going to be available on any devices, any AR and VR devices. Looking into having multi-user to work with more users. We are talking about like campus level, so there will be more levels of collaboration with many different people together. Yep, and that's the end of the roadmap. Thank you.
All right, excellent. Thank you to Farid for that exciting look at the upcoming features. Moving right along, we have another group of testimonials from partners around the world. First up, we have LACC, Los Angeles City College in the United States. We have Cross Reality from Japan and Manchester Community College from the UK. So we're going to start this and we'll be right back at the end.
Hello, my name is Mary Gallagher, president of Los Angeles City College, a community college in the heart of Los Angeles. We have been collaborating with EON Reality for a little over a year now. Let me tell you a little about the process, the logistics, and the benefits of this partnership. I think you are here today because to some extent you understand the potential of this augmented virtual reality to education. However, I want to start by emphasizing that this process can be daunting to people not familiar with the technology. As a campus leader, it requires effort in convincing and educating people on the potential that this new technology may have on all of our students' success. Furthermore, it will take training for all parties involved, for faculty, for staff, and for students. But once you have jumped that hurdle, the educational benefits will become obvious. For example, the increase in the delivery format modes, the tremendous engagement that you will see, and it brings students the closest possible to real life and hands-on practice. But the benefits beyond these obvious ones, are the connection that we can build with our community. Now we are able to provide virtual visits to campus, offer art and science exhibits, and even showcase different types of performances. This technology is incredible and it is life-changing.
Hello, I'm Philip, coming to you from Toei Studios Kyoto in Japan. We started VRIA here in Kyoto last year, and we took our first intake of students in October. We currently have over 20 students studying VR and AR, and here we have the showroom. Unfortunately, because of coronavirus, the students are having to study remotely, so they can't see all the amazing technology we have, like the iCube and the various HMDs. But we're sure that from the next time we have an intake, that we hope that they'll be able to come and experience all of this amazing technology. But of course, the most amazing thing about the VRIA program is of course the teachers, and we've been so blessed to have teachers from all over the world joining us remotely, from Poland, from Singapore, from India. It's been such a huge opportunity for young people in Japan to learn about these leading new technologies, and we are so happy about our new partnership with EON Reality.
My name is Peter LaMonica. I'm the Department Chair for Computer Science here at Manchester Community College. In computer science at MCC, we strive to be on the cutting edge of technology. For example, a few years ago, we installed these 360-degree cameras so that students can later review lectures watching a video of the entire classroom. Also at MCC, we have introduced virtual desktops. These allow our students to access our computer labs from home. Now, with an eye towards the future, MCC has now introduced virtual and augmented reality labs and lessons for our computer science and cybersecurity classes. Using these virtual reality headsets, students can completely immerse themselves in a lesson, manipulating objects just as they would in the lab, and allowing them to access additional information from the internet. Using VR also allows us to demonstrate equipment too cumbersome to have in the lab. Students can also use augmented reality using their cell phones or tablets, or even AR headsets, to closely examine objects, take quizzes, and demonstrate their abilities in these lessons and labs. Using AR, students can examine objects in their own environment and even to work in groups, each student in a different location, all interacting virtually. You can try one of our labs using this QR code. It links to one of our lessons. See for yourself how learning with augmented reality can be interesting and fun.
Excellent. Moving right along, we have our next presenter. Let me introduce Jonathan Lee, our Solution Director from our Singapore office. Jonathan, go ahead and take it away when you're ready.
Hey, thanks, Jordan. Hi, everybody. This is John here. I'm from Singapore. It's good to meet everybody here. And, one of the things I enjoy about part of my work is I get to meet everybody all around the world. So I'm so glad they're here with us today. All right. So you heard a little bit about our latest release in 8.2. Some of you might be your first time here or first time hearing about Eonexa, and you're here to find out a bit more about it. Some of you may be very familiar with our product. Nonetheless, no worries. In 5 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on a very quick tour of Eonexa. And the first thing to note, as what you heard earlier in the introductory video and through my colleague Farid, is that Eonexa is platform agnostic. Just like what Dan had mentioned earlier, we want to bring Eonexa to be platform agnostic to everywhere to proliferate knowledge and the use of AR and VR. So if this is your first time here, the call to action is very simple. Scan the QR code, take out your mobile phone, scan the QR code, and download Eonexa today. Try it out with our free account if you want to give it a go. If you already have one, great. At the same time, we also do have a browser login as well. Eonexa is available not only on your mobile device, but it's also available through your web browser. Now, one of the things about Eon is this. We strive really hard to make sure that the use of our platform is simple and is available. It doesn't matter whether you are tech savvy or not. Eonexa is familiar. It's an app on your phone. You just have to tap and launch it. And that's it. This is it. It's so simple to use. You come in, you have a brilliant, simple library where you can scroll through your institute's content. You have a workspace, a place where you find the content that you create or the content that you've been assigned to you. And even the creation button. No one is excused from not being able to create their content. Just tapping on the create button, you can create a 3D learning experience, or as what my colleague Farid was sharing earlier, even creating 360 on your mobile device. It's really as simple as using just your fingers to tap and interact. And just with that, just like in our desktop, same thing. Sign in, and you can see it's so simple and clean for you to use. You have a library, you have a workspace, and a creation space as well. Same thing have feature parity between the desktop and the mobile is exactly our aim. Now, I just want to share you some of the key things that, or highlight the points that my colleague Farid had brought up in some of the new features that we released, and some of it you saw in the video as well. When you click on this icon here, you will see that we have direct access to the marketplace. Previously, the marketplace was accessible through the creation of a lesson. Now we brought it up in front, so that anytime if you want to look for a new asset, you can do so. You can also see the importing of 3D assets. It's really straightforward. Being able to now upload your content directly straight away. We have brought it again to the forefront, so it's make it easy for anybody to make use of it. Now, one of the key things is now you can even have a collaborative meeting through your desktop with a mobile device or another person using a desktop as well. So I'll show you how that looks like just in a short while. Now, I was following the chat and I saw there was a lot of people asking about the macOS installation. Well, all you need to do is just click on the profile button and go to downloads, okay? And then here you'll find Eonexa for macOS. Download it, drag it to your applications folder, and you're good to go. Right now, our macOS version allows you to play our 3D lessons, and we're going to continue adding on additional features until we get feature parity across all our devices as well. Now, one of the things that people often ask is like, okay, great, your user interface is new and it's looking good, but what else can I do with it? So let me just bring this up. Just give me a second, please. All right, so here we go. So in Eonexa, pick up a lesson and hit start lesson. And I want to highlight to you some of the features that some of you may be very familiar with because we have kept it as simple as possible, and some of you might not be. So what I want to do now is I'm loading a lesson now. This is a typical lesson. You can find it now. You can find it in our public library. When you sign up for the account, you'll be able to access this. And here you can see we have kept the UI as simple and clean as possible. Just as before, you have your interaction tools, you have your learning activities here, and you can even play back the whether it's the audio or video. But importantly, let's go back to the AR and VR features. That's what makes really Eon XR stands out. So by tapping on the word AR, we initiate our augmented reality feature. Of course, since last year, we have implemented markerless AR. So as you can see, all I need to do is just find a flat surface, plop, and now I have my helicopter here with me. Now, of course, this looks a bit tiny, isn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to plop it here now. Now, because with markerless AR, we can actually scale our models up just by doing a pinch gesture. And now you can even explore in deeper fidelity. Now, some of the things that we have launched in 8.2, the ability to do your 3D, not only play back your 3D recordings, but even have a 3D assessment. The 3D assessment feature just automatically works. You can do it both in AR and touch. Now, one of the fun features I really enjoy, and this is my home, so please forgive the mess if you see any. With our AR mode, all you need to, again, find a flat surface, drop your model, and now I actually can scale it up to almost 1-to-1 scale just by pressing the 1-to-1 scale. So basically, this is almost the same size of an actual helicopter of this model. I could actually walk into it and be experienced in it. I can pretend as though I'm actually sitting in an actual helicopter. So we have kept everything as simple as possible. And of course, we still maintain support for marker-based AR for institutes that require it, maybe for safety reasons or so forth. So we still keep both options, not only markerless, but marker as well. And of course, one of our popular modes as well is our virtual reality mode. So as you can see, we use this pair of VR glasses for those who have never seen it before. They're small, they're light, they're hardy, they work on tablets and phones. And of course, all you need to do is just tap on the word VR. And then now you have your VR experience that gives you stereoscopic depth and a deeper immersion into the subject matter as well. So again, we kept everything as simple as possible. We kept the UI as clean as possible. So again, in terms of the entry level, it makes it really easy for any user to make use of Eon XR. Now, I just want to highlight again some of the other features that we have recently announced. So coming back again, this is our new improved import, 3D import. Again, choose your file, drag it in. We support 40 over industry standard files. The key thing here is conversion happens online. This is a great boon for a lot of our clients who especially come with places where they may not have the resources for big, powerful computers to do huge file conversions. It really works as simple as that. Bring it online, converts in the cloud, gives you a preview, create your thumbnail, and you're good to go. Remote collaboration. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. Now, not only can you collaborate between device to device, that means phone to phone, you can actually now collaborate between phone and desktop as well. So what you can see here, I have the phone here, I have my desktop at the back, and I'm just going to skip a bit here. And now you can see everybody being able to communicate with each other. Again, you don't have to stick with 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, that's fine. And of course, one of the key features, because of we use technologies like markerless AR, you can now have markerless AR in your collaborative session as well. So as you can see here, the device is having markerless AR experience, and even a desktop user who doesn't have a camera is still able to enjoy and follow along the session with everybody else as well. I highly encourage you, please try this out. Again, 3D assessment, we mentioned this earlier as well. Take a 3D recording, by hitting a click of a button, it instantly converts into a 3D assessment, and we brought it to the desktop and mobile. This is what you will actually you'll be expected to see when you have that. And again, you get your scorecard as well. 1-to-1 scale. Earlier, I just showed you a live example of a helicopter, but imagine that this is a building. This is a 5-story building. I brought it to the playground when my daughter was playing in the playground. I plopped the model there using our markerless AR technology, and I had to walk back quite far, actually, to see how a literally 5-story building would look in front of me. This is great for visualizations, and if you're doing a subject matter that requires scale, if you're introducing or showcasing an object to a client, this is a great way. As you can see from here to that tree just now, it is about 20 meters. That's amazing. You can do all this on your mobile device. Again, macOS support. I can see the chat. People are really excited about this. So you can see this is a live example of macOS support for our 3D lessons. Again, head over to downloads and download the application. And then lastly, one of the other areas that I think is quite interesting is also our support for Oculus Quest. If you have an Oculus Quest device, head over to the SideQuest store, and then you can download Eonexa and install it on your device today. You can also link it to your account, and we are continuously improving the experience on the Oculus Quest, as you can see here. So it's fully featured, and you'll be able to explore it. So again, what are you waiting for? Go down, take out your mobile device now, take a screenshot, whatever it is. Download the app today, sign up for the free account, give it a try. If not, head over to our website, head over to the login page and also sign up for the account there. Whichever platform you prefer, Oculus Quest, Magic Leap, iOS, Android, tablet, phone, desktop, Windows, Mac, doesn't matter. Eon XR will be there. So I hope this gives you a good idea of how Eon XR looks like and works. If this is your first time looking at it, if you're already a user, great. Feel free to contact us. We'll be more than happy to take you on a deeper dive if you'd like to. So that's it on my end. Back to you, Jordan.
All right. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for that in-depth look at the platform. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Moving right along, we have another group of testimonials from our partner network around the world. First up in this group is Montenegro Most from Montenegro, of course, Nile University in Egypt, and Virtual Film School in the USA.
Hi everyone, I'm Velibor Bošković and I work as CEO of Science and Technology Park of Montenegro, and we couldn't be happier to be a part of this important global event. Deployment of the Eon-XR platform could bring benefits to both our students, industry, and wider community. Also, we are impatient to hear updates from some of EON Reality biggest partners and users all around the globe. I hope that Montenegro will soon join the big EON Reality family and that we will be a proud member of it.
My name is Wael Al. I am the Provost of Nile University located in Egypt. And it's a great pleasure for me to be here in this consortium. And I am proud to say that at Nile University we have started a new era by tapping into the new virtual and augmented reality domain in the education and industry development. And in order to do that, we have decided to partner with a world leader in this area and starting our procedure to set up an Eon-XR platform here in Egypt. This is very much aligning with Nile University objectives and mission toward the modernization of the education in Egypt and the region. It's not only education, but also research and development that will benefit lots of our students, lots of our entrepreneurs, and lots of our professionals in the area. Thank you.
Virtual Film School in Hollywood, California is proud to be EON Reality's official film and media arts education partner. Now stay tuned for this video and then I'll tell you how we can benefit you folks in science and tech.
Welcome to the world's first virtual film school. When you put on the headset, you enter the universe of Virtual Film School, where you will learn, create, and produce films in virtual reality and in real life. A place where you are taught by Hollywood's A-list teachers and guest speakers, where you will be transported to any virtual set you can imagine, where you can collaborate with other filmmakers from anywhere on Earth, regardless of your location, and create productions where you learn how to finance and produce your work independently, and learn how to distribute and monetize your work worldwide.
So here's why this matters to you and your students in science and tech. These days, whomever controls the medium controls the message. Every day, your students and millions of other young people are using video on social media to communicate. The medium, therefore, is social video. So we empower students to succeed in this medium because it is one of the most influential ways to make the world a better place. By using the EON Virtual Reality Classroom as our medium, we empower students to actually do, not just watch or listen. So let's do this together. Let's empower your students to create social media about their learnings, findings, and discoveries. Let's give your students a voice that will speak truth and be heard above the noise. If you're an educator who wants to help your students make a bigger impact on the world, then please contact Virtual Film School at info@virtualfilmschool.org. Thanks again, EON team.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much to those partners for those great words. Moving right along, we have our final presenter for the day. We're going to be introducing Peter Looker, our Chief Learning Officer. So Peter, take it away.
Okay, thanks very much, Jordan, and hi to everybody. I'm going to give you a very quick overview of what it is about the Eon XR platform that might work in terms of education. So a little bit of background. I've been a faculty member for nearly 35 years. And so my main interest here is in the learning and teaching aspects of the platform and how it might look for learners. The first thing I'd like to say is that this is not just about XR, and both my colleagues Farid and John have really pointed this out. It's XR plus the platform design that really counts. That's where the pedagogical value is. It's the combination of those two things. There's a pedagogical imperative in the world at the moment, I think, particularly perhaps at higher education, but in education generally. And that is that education in the past has not been very good at bridging the gap between theory and practice. It's often said by employers, for example, that students graduate from university knowing a lot of stuff, knowing a lot of theory, having a lot of knowledge, but they don't actually know what to do with it. And that's really a problem of the way that they're taught, so that they're not bridging that gap. Students themselves see this as well. In fact, a number of different institutions have said the same kind of thing to us. Los Angeles City College, who you heard from before, in our very first meeting with them, said that they wanted to be able to bridge the gap between lecture-based knowledge and applied skills. And from the sound of the video you heard before, that's something that's certainly happening. And that you need to be able to convert theory-based knowledge into practical skills with lifelike experiences. Those lifelike experiences, of course, are really XR. So one of the things that I'd like to say is that it's not just XR by itself, in the sense that we don't learn a lot as human beings just from episodic experience. That's why we have formal education. If we did learn from real life in the way that we want to learn, then we wouldn't need formal education. What we actually need is to be able to analyze, explore, and reflect on those experiences. So I'd like to just briefly show you what I mean here in this example. You can see here where this tank is is in AR mode. It's outside. You can get the full sensory motor experience of it, the psychological experience of presence. But you don't learn just from that. You learn from a combination of that, plus the platform's ability to allow you to analyze the experience as well. So it's the combination of the analysis as well as the real life experience that really counts here. The other thing that's really important in the platform, and John showed you this before, is that you can create activities in the platform, and you can sequence those activities so that you can deepen the students' learning by making connections. In this example of an eye, you can see that there are 13 different activities here. And if you go into this lesson, you will find that those activities are all very nicely connected with each other to deepen the students' learning. And I think that's another really important capability of the platform. The final thing I'd like to say is about the multi-user meetings. We all know as teachers that collaborative learning is a very difficult thing to organize. It's often messy. Students often complain about it. It sometimes doesn't work. But at the same time, we also know that collaborative learning is actually a very valuable thing. So what you need is some kind of organizing principle. And this is where I think the platform comes into its own. Not only can you have students in all kinds of remote locations collaborating together, but the virtual space actually provides a focus for everybody's attention. And that then becomes a really good way of organizing collaborative learning. In addition to that, learners are provided with content-specific visualization tools. And this study suggests that, in fact, that's one of the things that improves collaborative learning. So I'd say that the functionality, the collaborative learning, and the ability to both experience and to analyze are some of the key features of the platform in terms of student learning. And with that, thank you.
All right, excellent. Thank you for that, Peter. We are almost at the conclusion of our event today. Thanks again for everybody for joining. We have a little more, and then we're going to be doing some question and answer. Right now, we're going to introduce our final group of international partners and customers around the world who've been gracious enough to provide their words. So enjoy, and we'll be right back.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Ali Zebin, Chairman of Zena Technology and Telecom Systems from the state of Kuwait. And we couldn't be happier to be a part of EON Reality family and to work on building an EON XR center here in the Middle East region, a region that has suffered greatly from political instability as well as a pandemic which has resulted in depriving millions of our students from basic education. We see multiple benefits with the deployment of EON XR platform for our students and communities such as post-war and pandemic academic recovery, organizations-wide XR deployment scalable to thousands of students, localized content lessons, and intellectual property creation, opportunity to share our rich Arabian heritage within the EON global community and marketplace, and last but not least, become a part of EON Reality endeavor to revolutionize the remote learning. Thank you for this opportunity.
Hi, I'm Jerry.
And I'm Mike. We're from Osmo here in the Philippines.
And we're excited to be in partnership with EON Reality. Mabuhay!
Greetings to all and welcome to today's inaugural event. My name is Istok Mori, the Executive Director of the Public Administration at the City Municipality Velenje in Slovenia. We are thrilled to be joining the Eon XR community within the context of developing our very own state-of-the-art development and co-creation center, the first its kind in Slovenia. Eon XR will play a central role in connecting the diverse activities of the center, which will all focus on the different areas and perspectives of the energy transition of the coal-intensive region in which we are located. We wish to apply this incredible technology for supporting the research and development of new low-carbon technologies, for training and reskilling of workers currently employed in the coal industry, as well as for improving existing curricula on the secondary and tertiary educational levels. I believe that the potential of EON XR goes beyond what we can imagine today. But of course, I would be dishonest if I was to say that we will not also use it to have some fun. For us, EON XR stands for opportunity and hope for a cleaner and more accomplished future. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Prof. Dr. Ali Makki from Al-Qalam University. Al-Qalam University, one of the best universities in Iraq, in Kirkuk city. It consists of 12 medical and engineering departments. We are honored to be a part of EON Reality family and to set up Eon-XR Center in our university. We see there are multiple benefits for our students using the Eon-XR Platform Center for developing their skills and abilities. Also, it is a good opportunity to share the content in EON Global Community and Marketplace. January 25, 2021.
All right, excellent. Okay, so finally, to wrap up today's event, we are going to award our 2020 recipient of the Eon XR Power User, and we're happy to announce that that winner is UBT. So Edmund Harizi, founder and president of University for Business and Technology, congratulations on receiving this award, and thank you for being such a prominent member of our Eon XR community. Okay, so that concludes the content for today's presentation and event. I want to thank everybody for being here again today. Before we conclude and wrap up, we're going to address some of the questions that have been coming up in the chat. First of all, a lot of people have been asking if this recording is going to be available after this event concludes. The answer is yes. There will be a recording of this event up a few times in the chat during this event. Is regarding the Mac OS release and how to get a hold of that. One person asked, it seems that it's not available in their Mac App Store. And that is okay. I'm going to share real quick my screen and help those individuals figure out how to get a hold of the Eon XR app for Mac. This was briefly covered during Jonathan's presentation, but again, if you are a Mac user and you're looking to download the app, you can just go to eonxr.com, start your account, and once you're within the platform, you will see under the profile account here, downloads. So you want to click on downloads, and then from there you will see Eon XR for Windows and for Mac, and you should be able to download it directly. Okay, great. I hope that answers that question. We're going to field one or two more before we wrap up. Do students need an individual account, or do we need to have an account as a college? So that's a great question. The answer is either will work. You can at any time start a free account on eonxr.com. You don't need to enter credit card information or anything like that. Our free account is available to anyone to use. That will allow you to browse and experience an unlimited amount of lessons in our free library. And it will also allow you to create up to 5 lessons. And then, of course, we do have those enterprise plans available as well. Okay. Luke Raj asks, what is the major challenge Eon has encountered in education industry adoption? That is a very good question. And for that, I'm going to kick it over to our founder, Dan Lacc. Dan, can you comment on this? Luke asks once again, what is the major challenge Eon has encountered in the education industry adoption? Go ahead.
There's 3 challenges normally. It's awareness that this exists, understanding what it does, and belief that it's going to make a difference. Historically, it was the awareness that was the bigger challenge. People were simply not aware. Still, that's a problem today, but it's a minor problem. And I hope events such as this will overcome that obstacle. The second issue is understanding. And today's event also, I think, helped in that context to understand what exactly does Eon XR Center do and what is the platform doing. And finally, but not least important, belief. And the belief comes with execution by having a center on your site and by using this not just sometime, but very much as a part of your daily activities. We like our centers to be co-located. We don't like them to be in a pedestal of a separate building only. We want them to penetrate all departments and be used. So those, I would say, are the 3 largest challenges, but slowly and surely we are overcoming those obstacles. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan, for that answer. With that, I'm going to conclude our event today. I want to thank everybody for joining. Once again, we will make a recording of this event available on our website, so stay tuned for that and go to eon-xr.com to try out the platform for free today. Thanks everyone for joining, and bye-bye.